The science behind pigeon racing, how genetics, physiology, and environment influence performance. Pigeon racing, how genetics, physiology, and environment influence performance. Pigeon racing is a competitive sport in which specially bred and trained pigeons are released to fly back to their home loft over varying distances. The speed and efficiency with which pigeons are able to navigate and return home has fascinated humans for centuries. While pigeon racing requires dedication from the human handler, ultimately the pigeon's innate abilities and physical traits determine its racing performance. Science can provide insight into how genetics, physiology, and environmental factors influence a pigeon's racing success. Genetics. Selective breeding over many generations has produced specialized racing pigeons optimized for endurance, navigation, and homing ability. However, scientists have worked to identify specific genes that contribute to desired traits in racing pigeons. Genes affecting physiological factors like oxygen metabolism, cardiac output, muscle composition, and respiratory efficiency are likely advantageous. The vasoactive intestinal peptide gene, VIP, for example, correlates with superior racing performance and navigational ability. VIP plays a role in circadian rhythms and spatial awareness. Intriguingly, VIP gene expression changes within a pigeon after it is moved between lofts, suggesting an epigenetic influence on racing ability. Beyond performance-related genes, the visual system likely plays a key role in pigeon navigation and homing. Genes controlling photoreceptor development in the eye, like the thyroid hormone receptor gene TR-beta2, have been studied for their effects on navigation. Additionally, the magnetic senses of pigeons are controlled by the trigeminal system and cryptochrome genes Cry4 and Cry2, which allow them to detect magnetic fields for positional orientation. The complex interplay between genetics, physiology, and behavior enables individual pigeons to excel at navigating over variable terrain back to their home loft. Physiology. Pigeon physiology is exquisitely adapted for the sustained physical effort required in long-distance races. A strong motivation to return home activates a pigeon's endocrine system, elevating hormones like epinephrine, norepinephrine, corticosterone, vasopressin, and beta-endorphin. These hormones mobilize fat, increase cardiac output, and provide an analgesic effect. Pigeons preferentially metabolize fat as an efficient energy source for endurance flights. They are also capable of using torpor, temporarily reducing their metabolic rate and body temperature to conserve energy. The cardiovascular and respiratory systems of racing pigeons enable exceptional stamina. Pigeons have large hearts relative to their body size, generating high cardiac output. Their stroke volume and hemoglobin concentration are also comparatively high, increasing oxygen transport. Unidirectional air flow across their lungs increases oxygen extraction efficiency. Physical training further enhances the oxygen carrying capacity of blood cells. Pigeon flight muscles have a high content of intracellular lipid droplets and mitochondria that provide energy through aerobic respiration. These physiological adaptations allow pigeons to fly continuously for many hours at speeds over 90 km per hour. Environment. Understanding how environmental conditions affect racing pigeons can help handlers optimize performance. Factors like topography, orientation cues, and weather conditions play key roles. Complex terrain with variable elevations creates air currents and thermal convection that can assist or impede a pigeon's navigation through unfamiliar areas. Compasses, GPS sensors, and geographic information systems have revealed the precise flight paths and strategies pigeons use traversing diverse topographies. Pigeons rely on olfactory cues, geomagnetic fields, polarized light, and visual landmarks for orientation and navigation. The availability of these cues can be influenced by environmental factors like solar activity, electromagnetic interference, or air pollution. Adverse weather like dense fog, precipitation, and high winds forces pigeons to alter flight paths and can limit access to navigational cues. Racing performance declines in poor visibility, as pigeons cannot detect familiar landmarks. Handlers must therefore consider environmental conditions when releasing pigeons for races. Ultimately, the genetics, physiology, and environmental factors influencing pigeon navigation and endurance flight combine to determine racing performance. A thorough understanding of these scientific elements can help inform best practices in selective breeding, training regimes, and race management to optimize pigeon racing success. While much remains to be discovered, continual research advances our understanding of these amazing athletes of the sky. There are many reasons to buy my Racing Pigeon method. Here are some of the best reasons. You will get excellent results. It's a very simple system to use. It's affordable. I have had over 400 first prize winners. It's adaptable to any situation. You can use it with any racing method, natural, widowhood, young birds. It's a very effective method. There is no need to spend a lot of money on fancy pigeon products. It's a reliable system and it is foolproof to use. Professional athletes, race horses, take the same products. There is science behind this, not just hearsay. It is all to do with red blood cells and oxygen in the blood. Without that, a pigeon will not race well, or an athlete will not win a race, if he has low oxygen in his blood. The above is fact and is 100% science. There are a few things you can do to improve your chances of winning at Racing Pigeons. One of the most important things is to learn as much as you can about the sport. You'll need to know the different types of pigeons, how to train them, and how to race them. Another key factor is practice. You'll need to be able to fly your pigeons competently in order to win races. And, of course, you'll need to have the funds to invest in racing pigeons and other racing equipment.